So, before I even get started, yes, I'm going to play a little bit of AEW Fight Forever. I could actually do this, I could actually do what I want to do now that I'm in the menu for this. So, AEW released last year in 2023, and we're still currently on Season 2. So, AEW Fight Forever is not a bad wrestling game, and I'm going to say this now, and if you want to come at me in the comments, in the comments section, I'll answer them, even if they're negative. You'll just have to deal with my admins on my channel once I post this video. If something does come at me negative, I will be reaching out to one of my admins, and we will discuss what we're going to do from there. Just warning you now if you come at me negatively, because I know people have a lot of high standards for a lot of low standards in this game. So I think going into this game, when they announced AEW Fight Forever, a lot of people were expecting this game to be like 2K23, and that is all I've been hearing for the last year about this game is, oh well, 2K23 is better, the creation suite sucks. You guys haven't given the AEW series enough time to grow, in my opinion. Yes, they're lacking in content. I will agree on that. And the fact that we have to pay for every fucking season that comes out, it is bullshit. I will agree with you on that. But as far as gameplay goes, I feel the gameplay is good. And this is coming from somebody that played old wrestling games, like SmackDown, Just Bring It, and games after that. I didn't get the chance to play WCW on the Nintendo, but I heard a lot of good things about that, and I hopefully later down the road, if somebody still has a Nintendo, is more than willing to let me try that, and I can, I think it was 64 it came out on. I would be more than willing to, unfortunately I wouldn't be able to stream it, but I would play that and give my personal thoughts from me playing that game on the channel of how this, because a lot of people compare it to the WCW game. And if I did play it, I was real young, and it was when I was staying the night down at my cousin's house, and I don't remember much of it. But I will tell you, for me personally, going to wrestling conventions, AEW has a special place in my heart, and always will have a special place in my heart. I'm a huge AEW fan. I love watching it. I've been behind because I just don't catch up on it enough, because I'm either doing something or last minute things come up and I don't get a chance to watch it. The one thing I will say about AEW is when you go to these wrestling conventions, especially small ones that they bring big name superstars in, I have gotten a chance to meet a couple of the AEW stars. One in particular is Orange Cassidy. Thank you, Blue Ringo 45, for the follow. And when I first went to a wrestling convention, the first one I ever went to, I was like a kid in a candy store. I had to actually be toned down because I was like a kid in a candy store. I did meet WWE superstars. I got to meet Jimmy Hart Smith. Jimmy Hart Smith is one of the nicest people you will ever. He's just a genuine person, and he is cool to talk to, and he has great conversations with his fans. One person that I did get to meet, who it has been since I could watch wrestling, was a dream of mine to meet was Matt Hardy. And last spring, I got to meet Matt Hardy. And Matt Hardy is one of the most... Yes, he is... Matt Hardy is a character. And when I say a character, Matt Hardy is one of those people that even when he's not putting on a show, Matt Hardy is one of his most... he is a very respectful individual. He talks to he talks to his fans. I mean, every single one of them. Two other ones I got to meet that are not part of this game that I know eventually they're going to put in this game, and I can see it coming, is Kip Saban and Penelope Ford, because they were originally on the roster. I don't know if they still are now. Rumors have been said that I can't go into full detail because I actually met those two, and I promised them that I would not give anything away. But rumor has it from inside sources that Kip was actually hurt for a while from the wrestling news that I've been reading, and he's looking to make his debut back soon with Penelope. When that is, I don't know. But let me tell you about AEW. So AEW was started by Tony Khan, who is the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, a man who never owned a wrestling promotion in his life. Tony Khan is Tony Khan and Nick and Matt Jackson and Kenny Omega Kenny Omega was in New Japan. Nick and Matt Jackson, Kenny Omega. I'm gonna list one of the originals off. Two other originals that helped start this company. One is still currently in, the other one left and is now in WWE. So the starters of it were Kenny Omega, Nick and Matt Jackson, Cody Rhodes, Chris Jericho, and Hangman Adam Page. They all had a dream to start this big wrestling promotion. And when I first heard about AEW, now AEW hadn't been airing at that time yet, but a buddy of mine had told me that this wrestling promotion was coming, and I kind of waved it off at first. I'm like, oh, that sounds like a cool promotion. And you know, it was still in the work at that time. We didn't know when it was going to air. We didn't know when it was going to start. So I have been with AEW since they first started airing the show. And the gentleman that I was talking about, what's damn yawn? The gentleman I was talking about when I went to my very first wrestling convention that I got to meet was Orange Cassidy. And I'm going to tell you what kind of guy Orange Cassidy is. Orange Cassidy is a man of few words. Whether he's on TV or he's out of the ring, Orange Cassidy doesn't say much. But I will tell you one thing about Orange Cassidy. When you do talk to him, Orange Cassidy is one of the most polite people you will ever talk to. I actually have this in my room behind me. I have an Orange Cassidy figure from when they first put out the action figure line, and I have an action figure of Orange Cassidy because he's one of my favorites. And I was very low on cash at this event because I was excited. I got some autographs. But when it came time for me to meet Orange Cassidy, the people that run the event and the different promoters that are there with the wrestler, the promoter was giving me a bunch of shit. And all I wanted, I didn't even care if I got his autograph that day. I wanted the opportunity to meet Orange Cassidy. And Orange Cassidy came with the Mid-Atlantic title belt, and he had it sitting right on the table. And to see the actual championship belt that they show on TV up close in person, A, it's something to see. And two, when that promoter was hassling me, Orange Cassidy said he's been waiting a while, let him come over and talk to me. I want to talk to him. So he asked me what I wanted, and I told him I wanted an autograph. So I gave the guy my money for the autograph. And I asked this one question, and I got him talking. Because for those of you that are AEW fans, you know that when Orange Cassidy comes out and they say that there's going to be a promo, and Orange Cassidy's making his way down to the ring, Orange Cassidy don't say anything on the mic. That he's just quiet. That's just his character. So I asked him this question because I was curious. I thought maybe it was just him, or it was something they had for the storyline. And I said to him, why don't you talk on the microphone? One simple word, one simple sentence was all it took to get this man talking, and that was, I only talk when I have to. So before you all start hating on AEW and the game that they put out, you guys gotta remember that, hey, this is the first AEW game ever released. So it's gonna have its bugs. It's gonna have its, disappointments. It's not gonna be a perfect game because it's the first game that they've ever come out with. And I got to meet Tony Schiavone himself. And I asked Tony Schiavone way before the game came out when it was coming out, and I knew Tony Schiavone was in character. Again, Schiavone is one of the nicest people you can meet. Tony Schiavone said to me, well, I'm not a gamer, so I thought the game would have been out already. He goes, I did do a little bit of talking in it. I told him I liked the trailer that they dropped with him and Britt Baker, because there's always a little feud with them backstage in character on the show. And I'll tell you what, I didn't get to meet him, but I got to see him, which was I saw Hangman Adam Page and Miro up in person at this wrestling convention, the first one I went to, and let me tell you what, y'all are fooled by the television, because Hangman Adam Page is fucking gigantic in person. Like, he towers over me, and I'm close to I'm close to about 5'11". And what made me have a lot of respect for this show is all these guys come out on this wrestling promotion and they all act like they hate each other. But when you sit back and you see the other wrestler making a joke across the room, and you see all the other ones laughing, and you look at Orange Cassidy and he just smirks, it's not just a wrestling promotion at that point. These people are friends. They're not just co-workers. They make friendships with each other, and they respect each other. And I'm going to point out now one wrestler who was in WWE, and he's on this loading screen. There's three of them that were in WWE that are on this loading screen. You got... I'll make it to the stream. Jon Moxley was Dean Ambrose. I followed his career all the way through WWE up until he left. Like, and I'm gonna pull this out right now. I'm going to pull some stuff out and show you guys about the experiences that I've had at these conventions. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the House of Black. And you... Hold on. So this is the House of Black, and all of these, I think he'll be coming soon. I got to meet Julia Hart. Julia Hart was one that I was super excited to meet, and that was at the second convention this past year I went to. I'm not going to share that one because that was just a free picture I got. Julia Hart is like the the girl you went to high school with. Very pleasant, very laid back, and actually she is literally a year younger than me. And she's a really cool, down to earth person. Malachi Black, aka Aleister Black, I watched him through wrestling. He wasn't at that promotion, Buddy Matthews, aka Buddy Murphy. Those other three weren't there. I'm hoping that they're going to announce that those guys are going to be there so I can get that one picture with all their signatures on it. TNA, I met Angelina Love. She's an awesome person. He's not in I'll bring that up in WWE. So this is Bryce Bremus. He is an AEW referee. He's super cool. Because I got a VIP, I got this free pic of him. And as you can see, you got Cody Rhodes, who is now in WWE, and you have across from him Mr. Brody Lee, aka Luke Harper. And this picture is special because this picture was taken right before Brody Lee had passed away. And I was honored to get that picture. Other people kind of blew Bryce off, and Bryce was super cool to me. And then when they said I could pick they told me I could pick the photo I wanted, I picked the one with Cody Rhodes and Brody Lee because they were both in the business right around COVID when all that was going on, and that picture was taken right around COVID when they didn't have the arena full and they were kind of doing empty arena house shows and all that. And it was a really cool thing. Alright, so I'm gonna go through the menu here a little bit. I know most of y'all have already seen the menu numerous times. So the new game mode they added was Beat the Elite. And yes, I did play all the Beat the Elites. 101, you have a lights out match, and you have a falls count anywhere. I personally like a lights out match. The one thing that I will say that WWE 2K23 doesn't have, that this game does, is my favorite weapon of all time that makes a wrestling match, and that's thumbtacks. And the other thing is that people that have never played a wrestling game, this game is real easy for them to learn. And like, I'll use my admin as an example, Jason. So Jason never played a wrestling game before in his life, and the one night we came down and we sat down here and we played. I started him off with just me and him facing, and I was teaching him the controls. And after he picked up on the controls, we played this game for a while, and he had a blast with it. And we did Casino Battle Royales for like 2 days on the game. But the next match down is the 3-way match, the 4-way match, the Casino Battle Royale, which is your over-the-top rope, the exploded barbed wire death match, which is one of my favorites, ladder games, ladder match. I'm just gonna go through play one. Okay, so they have now opened it to where all the mini games are in the game. So you have all these mini games. Sheeta Slugfest is one of my favorites because it's like baseball. I haven't played Penacez. Egg Hunt, I haven't played that one. Pit Drop, I haven't played MJF's or Sling Car Thrash or Sloth Sling yet, and there's more mini games to come. I feel like a wrestling game shouldn't always have a story. I like it where I can go in. Now, don't get me wrong, this game has a story mode. Of course, your basic online. That's your create a wrestler. Road to Elite. I love doing Road to Elite with different superstars. It's fun to do it. You have your challenges, your daily, your normal, and then unlock 2 hidden wrestlers, which I know what the final wrestler is. And then you have your shop, like you can buy poses and stuff for your superstars, a bear suit, masks, accessories. That'd be cool to do Deathstroke with. And like you just get all the Hulk. Like I know it's not a lot that you can play with, but you know, we gotta also look at the okay, and then you get your entrance stuff. This is your unlock stuff. But this game is not really disappointing. I'll do this match. I'll do one match for you guys, and then I'm hopping off of here. Like I said, I got a busy day tomorrow. I'm already starting to get tired. This is all your wrestlers, your teams, Death Triangle, Dark Order, and I heard that Evil Uno's coming soon, for those of y'all that are wondering. The Young Bucks, you got the Lucha Bros, the Best Friends. The only thing that makes me mad about the Best Friends, and I really agree with this one, is they need to add trios, because there's one person missing from the Best Friends that's not in there, and that's Orange Cassidy. Inner Circle, we're not even going to get into the Inner Circle because there's just so many fucking people in the Inner Circle. Jake Hagar, they haven't added him into the game yet. SCU, they don't have anybody. Christopher Daniels and the other guy, Frankie Kazarian, I'm pretty sure they went back to Impact. Unfortunately, they don't have him in here yet, and I have a feeling eventually they'll add the trio in, and I can put him in. There's 2 of them in the Blackpool Combat Club. That is Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli. Of course, the Hardys, that's pretty basic. Sting and Darby Allin, yes, they are a team, and Sting is retiring this year. So Team Violence is one that I picked myself, that I made myself, which is Jon Moxley, and the girl you see is what I would look at as a fictional character that I've actually done that I'm doing the Road to the Elite with now, which is Velvet Moxley, which would be, what if Jon Moxley had a daughter and she joined AEW? That would be his daughter. FTR, Dax Hardware, and Cash Wheeler. TJ is Anna Jay, and I can't remember the other one's name. Better Than You, baby. I gotta change that because they're no longer a team. That is Adam Cole and MJF. Blood and Guts is mine and Jason's tag team. That is Silva and I forget what he calls his character. And then, of course, the Acclaimed was one of the new ones. And then you go to Champions, we got Le Champion, Chris Jericho, Thunder Rosa, the Punisher Silva, Jade Cargill, who's now in WWE, which that kind of pissed me off. She went over there. Like, I feel like WWE in a way is trying to shut down AEW, because every time AEW gets new talent in WWE, the next week wants to fucking like take the talent after they flat out said we want nothing to do with WWE, we want nothing to do with AEW, and we hate them. Now they're trying to steal the fucking talent. They just stole CM Punk back, which I think was fucking stupid, because Tony Khan is a little fucking asshole and can't take a character change for shit. Adam Cole was WWE. There he is, Hangman. Andrade was also WWE. Brody Lee, we already covered him. Brian Cage was Impact. Anthony Bowen, nothing special there. Him and Max Caster came in as the Acclaimed, and they are with Billy Gunn, who was also in WWE. Bryan Danielson, aka Daniel Bryan, WWE. He was WWE, so was Jericho. CM Punk, who is now in WWE. Chuck Taylor, been with AEW since the company started. Christian, also WWE. Of course, Cody Rhodes. Even though he's not part of AEW anymore, when the game came out, he was still a part of AEW. Same with CM Punk. That's why they're in the game. I got to meet Danhausen, and Danhausen is just a freaking nut. Even when he is like, again, met him at a wrestling convention. This past? Was it this wrestling convention or the first one I went to? I think it was this one. It was the first one I went to. I met Danhausen, and Danhausen, he's a different ball game. If you're not like, Danhausen is one of those characters, he always stays in character. Like, no matter how you look at him, he's always in character. Darby Allin, he's on my list of people to meet. Eddie Kingston, he's been with the company since they've started. Dustin Rhodes, aka Goldust, he was in WWE. So is, of course, everybody knows Jeff and Matt Hardy were. Hook, Jon Moxley. I was so sad to see that he left, and that was Jungle Boy. Okay, I can't remember his real name. Keith Lee, he left about a year ago from WWE. Luchasaurus is still there. Lance Archer, for most of you that don't know, Lance Archer was in WWE back in, I actually remember what game it is. SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 was the last game we saw him in. And then WWE released him. We never heard anything back from him. Then he went on to Ring of Honor, wrestling on there, and then he came to AEW as the Murder Hawk. Kenny Omega, New Japan, Malachi Black, Aleister Black, Miro was Rusev, Pac was in WWE, but they didn't call him. His name was Adrian Neville, which he didn't really make it over in WWE with that name because they didn't like it. Because WWE, everything's fucking scripted and you're not allowed to do anything unless they tell you can do it. Powerhouse Hobbs, he's been with the company since they started. Ricky Starks has. Scorpio Sky's been there a long... I don't even know if he's still in AEW, honestly. Wardlow, he's still in there. Trent Beretta, Sting, again, my creative guy. And then you got Jason Voorhees. This actually might just be a night where I talk about the game. And give you guys gameplay of it tomorrow, because I can't quit yawning. Maybe I'll try to get up about 9:30, quarter of 10, and um, do a stream. Yeah, Jason is one of my creations. I'd like to see whatever company takes over AEW next out of Community Creations. And I'm only saying that because for those of us that like creating characters, it is a pain in the ass. Now, I'll create a wrestler real quick and show you guys. Okay, hold on. Let me show you why I like... Who do I want to create? Fuck. I had a character in mind and I don't remember who I was going to do. We'll just make somebody random. So, let me show you how easy this is on this one. And honestly, 2K23 is one that annoys the fuck out of me. I'm just going to tell you that right now. So, look how easy this is. Ring attire, entrance attire, street clothes, move set, entrance scene. It's that fucking easy. If 2K20, if the new WWE could do this, it would make things so much simpler. And all we'd have to do is hit entrance scene, go here, boom, 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 and make our entrance. In the character creation. Done. But no. That's the one gripe I have about 2K, is you gotta create your character, and then you gotta go to create an entrance. They do all this fireworks shit to make long entrances. I'd like to see their... no, we couldn't... No, because of copyright issues, I couldn't do it. I'd love to have... import your own music back into a WWE game, because I used to do so much fun shit with the import music, and make cool entrances. But yeah, see, that's... I'm not even gonna go through all that. And then you can do new, present, and then you can make alternate attires right there for your superstar. Like, it doesn't always have to be the same damn thing. Like, I'm excited for the new 2K24. I'm just... I'm just tired of, like, nothing, like, being, with everything being complicated. And of course they added Tony Storm. But with that being said,